Alright peeps, welcome back to Cavey, episode 17. We've got Kizzy over here delivering a little bit of treated plank action, doing the ladders across the lovely bridge and into our efficient line, which can finally start spinning. Who are we gonna have a warning? We are, and it's a bloody bad tide warning at that. I mean, it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of the world. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. So for now, why don't we join Kizzy in the gunnel and making our first couple of batches of scrap metal here. And we've got unable to get all required materials. We've got 18 scrap out of it. We haven't got any injured beavers just yet. Now one thing we can do, because we've got a bad tide, is switch on this big smelter here. Get in, did it? Make yourself some metal blocks for the first time in a bloody long time here in Cavey. You know what? Let's do a quick speedy up bit until that fall runs red. I want to see this smelter smelting some metal blocks. Now we've got the falls running red there. And I do not think, happy days, we don't have the exercise plaza in. We still got 8 bits of metal blocks there to sort out before that's in. That's good news because I want to actually get this on camera. I've never seen this thing built and I'm keen for it. Look at the little hat. Look at the little farmer's hat gun poking through the bottom of the exercise plaza. There's the gun on our new canal getting their wet fur. I absolutely love this bit of canal slash pathway here, man. It is mint. 17-day bad tide, knee bosh, because we've got 3.6k water. Although we do need to take some proper stock of what happens up in here, now that we have all of this water knocking about here. It's a lot of it since we don't have a proper water storage system on the crack just yet. We also have 4 beavers for now today. Let's do the old usual switcheroo on the hauling post. Now I'm thinking since we have 7 kohlrabies here, I'm going to switch this out to be a little bit of corn storage because we're full on that. And then up in here, we can have some coffee bean slash kohlrabi storage at the tippity top. Actually, speaking of the tippity top, I've just extended the warehouses all the way to the top for now, and I left a little gap at the top of the water bit there, because if you remember when I was building this water tank, I was all like, I want to build a little hour spill. And I didn't. So this is gonna be it. But that's not this episode. This episode's all about these metal blocks here. Getting this bad lad in, and we're nearly halfway there already. Make sure to keep shacking all of these taps here and all on these bloody pine trees. If we're not going to be getting wood out of this corner, we may as well be getting some bloody pine resin. And look at here, we're filling up the little lemon grove with some fresh hot water there. I heard the pines love some fresh hot water as well. This is always sad, isn't it? Saying this here. Oh, not fun. But not for long either. Now that we got this bad lad spinning and all of its resources getting delivered to it, hopefully. It's even got 5 treated planks in the bank. Happy days. We don't have any building need for treated planks at the moment, so they should all be gunning into there. Oh no! Please tell me that was visible on the speedy up bit when I done the pines, because I assume that's when this was built. But the bloody exercise, the bloody exercise plaza's in, and the sunset. Look at the kids up and dancing. Get in there, kid, with a fire cannon. Oh, hopping about. That's what exercising's all about, isn't it? Anyway, let's get a little bit of a speedy up action while we'll watch all of the beavers clock off and get nice and fit in the exercise plaza here. Look at the mark. The big beavers taking over the top. Oh, yeah. Stretch that spine, beavers. Make sure it's nice and loose. And you can freshen off in the reservoir underneath on your way home. Love a good old beaver jumping jack, like. Oh, the farmers are here. They've finally got in limber up so you can pull up those corns. Oh, bloody love it. It is fantastic, like. I'm well happy we got this in first. Well happy about that, because our next big priority is up in here. Up in here. You know what? As much as I might regret this, I've maximum priority this whole little bit here. Because when this is in, we can go down all the way and get these levees in. And finally stop all of this bad water spilling out the side here. We'll actually be able to keep a nice tidy little bit of good water in this cave, even during bad tides. That's the point we're at now. And the bit I'm going to regret about that is we're going to do that this episode. The bad water tank is going to be in this episode. And you know what, since we're getting plenty of resources in here and we've got a little bit of hauler action, I'm going to assign 2 more grafters in here so we can be even more efficient in with scrap mining. Well, since we've got all of this in, why don't we whip the hood off, get into a proper tidy little rest of tide speedy up bit and watch all the progress be made on this big bad water tank here. Oh, the tide's back. We've got cycle 35 here. And look, don't forget MiGly, like you have done for a little while. Unpause the forester. And because this is a little pairing job, unpause the lumberjack flag that comes with it. Now the progress was all-right here, but we kind of ran out of logs a little bit, so we didn't make all that much progress. We got one platform in, and it's accompanying levies. But of course the smelter requires logs to smelt the scrap metal into metal blocks, as well as the planker to make planks, and the wood workshop to make treated planks, which is how we get scrap metal over here. So yeah, we need to sort that out. Oh, you didn't have to evacuate immediately because of 5 seconds of flooding, man, beavers. How Look, you're just wasting all our time bringing your bloody TNT back to your shop, man. We may have to do something about that. Maybe. Oh yeah, now 2 jobs in there, beavers. Not 4, not during the temperate season anyway. We need to make sure we've got all the water slurpers slurping it up, including our here. You know what, because they're usually good fun, why don't we have a replant-y speedy up bit where everybody replants all of the trees and crops that they need to do. And you'll be able to watch the beavers exercise during this one as well. Little bonus beaver exercising for you. Now, wasn't that satisfying? How many metal blocks did we get made during that time? Probably none, because no trees grew in. Are you not unpaused? Oh, there's no one grafting there, and you're full on stock. Are we actually full on pine resin? We are actually full on pine resin. Since we're still doing terribly on kohlrabies, why don't we go ahead and assign some pine resin storage up in there? And temporarily a maximum priority beaver to come through here and shack these pines right up. Tell you, I'm a tad perturbed about our food here. We only have berries and corn rations on the gun. I mean, yeah, nah, I haven't unpaused a fermenter in a good while. I do want to get loads of fermenter stock on the gun. Alright, beavers, let's get exercising. We'll do a couple of star jumps. Hippity hop your tail about. Oh no, I'm clocking up. Someone else take over here. Someone else, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Alright, Captain Farmer's back. We've got the dwindling late night crowd, but make sure you stretch out those rib cages, beavers, and keep those tails strong. Ooh, we got a drought! Oh, that is lovely. Let's pause this, bad lad. We've got no planks anyway, so there's no point having the grafter working and making these run at not 100% efficiency. Oh, but we got a drought. That means I'm gonna risk it for the oak biscuit. Give me oaks all the way up here. Ooh, and what will this beaver plant? Let's get the hood off and see if it turns into a pine or if it turns into an oak. Go on, clever beaver, plant is a little oak. I know you would have brought a pine seed dude with you, but you know, be an oak. Why aye? Clever beaver. Planting oaks like nobody's business. So you know, I guess I'm hoping for a big long drought here, aren't I? What I may do, get this set to auto with the close above depth there, and what that should do is very slowly flood this cave here. Without, maybe, because we are at the same level. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Just pause this water pump. We didn't need it anyway. We're basically... Oh, that is staying. That is 100% staying. Particularly if it keeps bobbing up and doing like that. Oh, bloody beavers. That's how you get your wet 4 bonus over here, like. Oh, it's not causing flooding, is it? Oh, if it's causing flooding, I might have to sort it out. But, I didn't really want to sort it out. It'll stop soon anyway. Another thing, I want to make sure this is set to closed here, so we're only overtopping the weir. Look at that bit of water bulging and going up and down. Let's have ourselves a night with the beavers, where you can just see that blue waterfall flying up and down, and the beavers exercising. Alright, that'll do. Yeah, no, I'm honestly not flooding that much. I didn't mind this. I mean, we aren't growing these oaks at the moment, but that's alright. These aren't supposed to be oaks anyway. Ye oaks are supposed to be grapevines. Well, if doubt else, we've got a flooded cave there, you know. All the water we could ever watch for. Wonder if this beaver here realises that they're sitting above the old power line there. Do you reckon they have a Scooby? Oh, they're absolutely clueless. Oh, treated plank delivery. Come here, Paul. Let us click here. Ah, got you, Alcath. Are you going to deliver those treated planks? Or you work at the efficient mine, so yes, you will be taking these efficient planks all the way down into the efficient mine, where we can finally start making some more scrap metal. And look at this top-down view of the beavers exercising, the waterfall kicking off. Every beaver should have a wet fur bonus here, like every single bloody beaver should have one. And they do, 36 out of 36. And you know what, I've got cut trees on here, therefore, get oaked. Now, I am going to redo the cherry blossoms up here with oaks for the time being as well. I'm going all in on this drought being a big one, like. At least I only have to wait 0.9 days, and if it isn't, I can just be like, actually, beavers, don't plant all of those oaks. Ooh, we got another platform in. I believe we'll get this one in next. Aye, aye, 2 out of 10. And then this one should be the last one in. Aye, 0 to 10. Once they're in, we've still got to plonk plenty of these impermeable floors doing their metal blocks. But we also have a lot of wood to put in here. So it's kind of a mixed effort to get up to the top. And once it's at the top, and this stuff here is all built, oh, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. That's kind of weird. One of the things that'll let us do is properly set up this corner for tree growth. Oh, every time I catch this out of the corner of my eye, I love it. Look at that, man. It's like a dodgy little bouncy castle. Just boing, boing. Anyway, enough boing, boing, boings. And I just realised when I paused that tapper shack there, we don't have any builders at all at the moment. So, yeah, nah. Why don't I see yous in the morning? And just as the drought's about to kick in, that waterfall stayed all the way up. But there's the drought. The waterfall is no longer splashing about, jumping like a madman. You can even see, look, the water's gone and down. It's settling out. And this little weir here is gonna stop overtopping as well. Especially now the drought's actually started, and it's a 23 deer. That's not half bad. If we get a decent little temperate season at the end of this, we could easily have all of these oaks in. Hey, Mr. Forester, bro, any particular... Oh! Does this lantern here allow him to plant these trees down here? Delete lantern. Can plant trees. Okay, that's a sacred spot. No lanterns can be placed there. And I already know what's going on with these two. Unless... Oh! Let him see them all. Oh, well, happy days. I was going to say it's because I knocked the hour hangover there, where this little deep pump is, so they used to be able to just cross there, but they can't. But no, it was just the lantern. And that answers my question as to Beaver. Why is there no bloody trees planted here? And would you please get them planted? Now, that is unfortunate, but not the end of the world, because I can always just pop a platform down and pop a lantern on there anyway. Now, I'm not going to ask the Beavers to maximum priority that. They've probably got the hands full over here with a little bit of water situation. I mean, that's now the little speed forward fix, you know. Sorted. Just in time for a bit of exercising. Get that fire lit, Beavers. But yeah, now the reason I'm not going to do any maximum priority stuff is I want this built. And if I want this built, we're going to have to make metal blocks elsewhere because these wheels aren't spinning. Oh, that's right. So, I may have deleted the old metal blocker to pop the wood workshop in here. We need to switch the planker on regardless. We could do some temporary shenanigans over here. Let's have a look at this. What's it gonna take to get a little smelting house in here? I think that'll do the trick very nicely. And if you see the beavers hammering away here, it's because I had to maximum prioritise the ladders doing there. Because this is a big maximum priority job, beavers. Even if I didn't particularly want beavers able to go and doing into this cave just yet. I guess that's just another reason for us to get this big bad lad up and running in it. We need to keep our beavers safe whenever they delve into this cave here. And what we also need to do is pop a little power shaft on there. 30 scrap metal, how much? We've got 179, happy days. Does that mean that you're full on scrap metal storage? Basically full. Oh, I just had an idea. Instead of a handy-dandy small warehouse here, why don't we put a small industrial pile, slightly less handy-dandy, because we do lose a log when all this is said and done, but assign it scrap metal storage. Now, beavers, that's your maximum priority right there. Now, why don't we get the classic over-the-shoulder shot while we get this big metal house in here? So we can now produce metal during droughts, thanks to our temporary little setup here. And look, a little bit of scrap metal storage, so it doesn't have to go and far to pick up his scrap there. And these didn't have to go and far to store their scrap there. And I do like the fact we've got some treated planks and gears and whatnot's knocking the boot. Now, while we're on that speedy up bit, what kind of progress was made around here? Decent bit. We're nearly up to the top of this wall, and once we get up to the top of that wall and get 10 metal blocks in here, we'll be able to do the next part of the wall. But in all seriousness, once we get this one metal block in this overhang here, we can do this whole bit of wall all the way up. And I'm looking here, our engine's got a demand of 720, and it's only got a supply of 400, so let's get the second engine on the crack. Wait for a hauler to plop a bit of wood in here. Hopefully they come from in front and not behind, because if they come from behind, it's just all unexpected, and like, boom, there's a wood right in your engine. There we go, from in front, hauling straight in, and now we've got plenty of power. Provided we get both of these with wood at the same bloody time. But now look, we're actually starting to stock up on our wood supplies. Let's unpause the little lumberjack flag. Make sure we got plenty of tree choppers knocking about. Ooh, even doing here. Unpause all the lumberjack flags. And now, are you ready for some serious progress to be made on this big Badwater tank here? And I certainly am. Hey, well, how many episodes has this been? It's been at least 5, maybe gone on 10. This needs to get done. I've been dreaming for so long about this Badwater tank. And as well, I'm not even sure if the overspill I've got on the corner's enough. Because reading your comments, I had no idea about the needing to be blocks on the other side of dams and sluices and things like that to actually let the water flow out. I'm hoping we get some sort of corner of map shenanigans going on. That's about all I can hope for anyway. Here we are, cycle 36. And that was a massive bit of progress. I mean, to be fair, if we had have actually made progress on here like I was hoping when I moved the camera, not realising we needed all the logs first, we could actually use this as a Badwater solution. What I'll do temporarily is just reduce the priority of these two little levees here, and then hopefully we can get 20 logs in there. Now, did you notice this dry out near the end? Sometimes it does just happen like that. You've got to wait for the water to fill up in here. And if I do a little bit of speed 4 action, you'll see when it gets to the top, the tree at the corner there gets ready to be planted as an oak. Ooh. I was supposed to turn off the oak planting during that little speedy up bit, but I didn't. So, fingers crossed for another drought. I do like me bit support pillar here, like, get that bad lad in, and it looks a lot nicer than a bloody platform thing, doesn't it? Especially when it's going to be holding up all of this here. Oh, but now we've got the temperate season, we need to be chilling and careful, because we're going to have knee builders. There's no point having all of this stuff gone in here. Let's pause these, unpause them over here, and then of course we're not quite at the level there. You can see the water's still rising, it's yet to go now at the top and start spinning the wheels, but now it has. And we get a little bit of a flood, we get plenty of power through. And you know what, let's check on our food situation. Oh, we're getting a tidy amount of cassavas in there, look at all them. I might even switch on a fermenter soon. I think I'm going to pause this mine for now. I took it down to one worker, but we may as well just have the thing paused, it's full. Let's leave it running at a minimum priority job so we don't end up emptying all of the resources out of it like we've got a beaver about to do here, going to twok some logs. I didn't give you consent to take those logs, pal. Oh, that's right. Sluice. There's a sluice in here. Mr. Sluice, there you are. Let me click you, Mr. Sluice. Mr. Sluice. Open! And get that big waterfall down. You can see the pipe all the way down there. I didn't even speed it up. We're only on speed 1 there, and it's just gone down straight away. Mild floodage, sort that out, and we're back in the room. We got a warning, and it's a drought. Oh, yes! My big gamble / forgetfulness paid off. And that's definitely a jump cut, not a speedy up bit, because literally nothing happened. You know what, for the sake of 10 metal blocks, I want this big hour hang in here. And would you look at that, we even have 10 metal blocks. The question is, do we have any beaver builders? Of course we don't. Well, I am noticing we're actually full on plank storage, so let's free up 2 workers, turn them into builders, and then watch them blast this big hour hang in here with a couple of swift blows from their hammers. Oh, but we've got a drought approaching. I can't be hanging about here all day for these to not get anything in them for some reason. Like, surely you could at least get the planks in them. You got 200 and odd Disney builders all at you. That's always the case. Let's quickly reduce these. But yeah, now since we got a drought, let me set this sluice to closed. Entice another flood through the pipe here until the drought actually starts. And then it'll calm right down. It'll stop going up and down and popping about. It'll just level out right at the tippity top there. Now during that mental speedy up bit, did we get any logs in here? Did we shy? Did we get any logs in here? Aha, did we shy? And that will be because these are still maximum priority jobs and getting all the logs. Mint. But we do have another 22-day drought, which means all of these oaks will grow up, no worries whatsoever about getting contaminated and drying up and dying. Oh, speaking of things not working anymore, let's pause a YouTube. Let's get all the haulers in the world. And then contemplate unpausing the cassava fermenter because, you know, we're nearly filling up the storage there. The only issue is, these gears are taking up my precious fermented cassava storage. So I can't do anything until they're out of there. And you know what, peeps? I think it's time to delete this temporary inventor here. Watch the beavers gone wild over those bit of logs there. And then get a big old storage tank right here. Get that water stored. Oh, beavers are gone round here. They're building the thing. Look. I'm already in. Oh, it's already in the platform. We're just needing these bits in now. Oh, yeah. Alright, we're maximum prioritising all of this here. And this little ladder. And we'll see if these ladders have been built. Or if the beavers put all of their time and effort into building this bad lad. There's also a bit of rubble the beavers can pick up if they're quick and get all the platforms and levees and that in. On the pipe to the right, not the storage tank on the left. There's no rubble on the storage tank on the left. That's a new creation that you saw this episode. I tell you, I'm loving the progress of making this episode. I can't believe I actually ran out of metal blocks, man. How silly is that? To not be paying attention to your scrap metal supply, man. Is this it? Is this the last builder beaver about to hammer in the bit levy? Oh, it's not a levee, is it? It's a dam. That means it needs an extra builder beaver or two. Oh, I had to be speed 4 and during that. I came with a speed 4 and then went straight back into it. But I was just looking here and I'm like, do I actually need this? Like, at all? And then I realised that if I delete this block, I have to replace all of this stuff here. So yes, MiGly, that is needed and necessary. I was going to do something fancy with it. Put a little brazier, some platforms and a roof and things like that. But whatevs, it can be the corner piece, can't it? Plus it'll give this tank here full contact with the edge of the map for our flow. Oh, but actually beavers, before you get that in, unless that's the last couple of logs, it probably is, isn't it? Let's high priority this one as well. Because now that that's in, okay then. How about, once this kit gets off this platform, I love the fact they actually decided to stop on the platform kit. Get off, man. Why can't I delete that? Oh, is it because there's actually something on top of it? Impermeable roof thing. Let's delete this bar, lads. Get the beavers to pick that little bit of rubble up and replace it with a levee. Temporarily, of course. Because now that we've got this bit of pipe in, you know, apart from the hole in the side there, I want to dive underground here and see beavers. Would you possibly build this little levee stack for us, please? We can properly, fully seal off those 3 water sources there that you can see. Oh, they've already got the levee in. The first one's in. Let's watch the builders from this angle hammer it in and get it all up and sealed. And I just realised I don't need any more than that. Delete you. Delete you. Because that is the sources sealed up. Those sources now have to go up and through this bit of pipe here. This pipe that goes up and up and up and out to the side there, into this big Badwater tank and out the map. Now I have just realised I just sealed off some sources that are now going to push the water up through this pipe here. This open pipe and this sluice that's controlling this closes below contamination 100%. So during temperate seasons, there's gonna be a water explosion. Now I will let it happen because I'm actually kind of curious to see what it looks like. But we'll set this to open just until we get the water tank situation situated up the top here. Which will only be another episode or 2 if that, you know what I mean? Like, it won't be long. Surely. And I just clocked a beaver walking along. There he is. He's gonna hammer the last 2 logs into this bit levee and seal up the pipe. Well, until this level anyway. So let's take stock here. I wondered what this beaver was doing. How good are the moonwalking beavers? Look at them go. Well, let's take stock here. What is our water going to do now that this is all sealed up? These water sources are just interacting with the pipe system. That's all now. This little reservoir here of good water is going to be controlled by this sluice, which closes on contamination, which means during a bad tide now... Ooh! This could be permanent oak plantation. And the permanent oak plantation looks like it needs a bit of help getting chopped down, like. How about we unpause you, buddy old pal, and you can help chop this down. Now, since this is permanent growth, this is where I want to have me little pine corner. Me little 4x4 there. So once those pines are in, we'll turn off cutting over there. And as well, we'll turn on cutting down here. And regain this bloody oak plantation down here. We've been sorely missing. Oh, you know what I just thought as well? I've got me little pressure relief dam here. Maybe that'll stop it from overspilling up here. Oh, that's another reason to leave the sluice closed as well. Do some actual scientific testing. Look at all those grapes. Oh, I love droughts. I love back-to-back droughts because the grapes get a chance to come in and it's beautiful. I might have to reduce the amount of berries knocking about here. Why didn't we mark these for demolition since they've been picked? And then as these 3 get picked, we'll get those marked for demolition as well. Then a little trick if you didn't know. When it's marked for demolition, you can select what you want to place there, like say grapevines with a little handy-dandy tool. And it'll just do it automatically. Get a load of this. Builder beavers are going to rip those berries up and then the forester's going to come and plant their grapevines. Nee micromanaging. Oh, minimal micromanaging to be more precise. Because one of the things I done but didn't tell you about is change this from berries to corn rations. Because I've got corn here and I want 2 little stacks of them all the way there. And this is our berry warehouse. This was supposed to be temporary overflow that turned into permanent overflow. You know what? We got heaps of pine resin. Like, heaps of pine resin and... heaps of bloody treated planks. I'm tossing ye off. And I'm tossing all these pines off. Get them chopped. And Mr. Forester, replant them with oaks. Like I say, we may have a functioning Badwater tank here. Well, partially functioning. But we still definitely have anywhere near the entirety of this bad water repulsion solution sorting, good water sorting system out here. Aye, it's a mouthful and I still haven't finalised it. There's more that I forgot to say there. This water system, yeah, has more titles than Daenerys Targaryen. Since we have this bit of green ground, why don't we ask the beavers to kindly just plant in those 3 and then that one last, and then we don't lose any rubble. Look at that. Nice neat pile of rubble for beavers to snack on. Look at this here, man. Nigh on full treated planks, off full planks, empty logs. Although at least our engines are keeping topped up though, I will say that. That's quite nice. I think I'm going to up the priority on one of these deep bad water pumps because I feel like we may as well have it in, you know. We may as well have some sort of bad water slurpage on the crack. And we may as well while away the rest of this drought by doing a speedy up it and getting those things built here. In a tin! And there's a beaver in there. Get paused. We didn't need that. But the reason I got the deep bad water pump in and the reason I'm yet to unpause this bloody explosives factory is if you have a look at our bad water situation here, we've only got a bloody third of a tank. But we are down to 6 explosives, like, so we do need to real casually switch that back on. And you see I've got 6 explosives. I count 8 right there, mate. Although I've just saw something I might never be able to unsee. From this angle here, these look like highly absorbent cotton with a string attached. We'll leave it at that. But the question on every beaver's lips, do we have lemonade? Or would day 184 to 195? The beavers never let the lemonade stocks run low ever since we got these trees planted. But anywho, beavers, since this is a very busy little spot here, why don't we have ourselves a little speedy up bit until the tide changes? I bet you the smelter's gone up and doing looks mental sped up. And the food factory steam might be like a constant steam and all. If so, that means you won't be able to see the wood workshop's piston gone up and doing. And here we're gone! It's cycle 37 drought ended! Pause! I'm not losing any of this, let's go down! Water's gonna come out of this source, out of this sluice, out of this sluice. Fill this up, get the corner oaks nice and moist, but the water from these 3 sources here, it's gonna come out. Look, I can even click a source there, and it's gonna start going up this bit pipe here. Oh, here it goes, here it comes, it's going up the bloody pipe! And it's gonna go quickly up the pipe now, pause! It's going quick, the pressure's built, the pressure's here, peeps. Alright, speed 1 and speed 1 only here. We need to be real careful. We're waiting for it. We're sat right here, just above the little hole in the pipe where it spits out to the side. And I'm hoping that we didn't get moist, because there's now worse than a bloody moist cupcake, is there? So let's see, will it go out? Will that be enough? Or will it continue to rise? Particularly when it hits that dam. You know what? Camera safe state here, so I can kind of run the corner. Oh, someone forgot some impermeable floor. Where? It looks like I forgot 2 bits of impermeable floor here. No, they just didn't get built. What do you mean can't get all required materials? That's what happens when it's not maximum priority. Can you at least reach beavers? Because I have no way of fixing this, by the way. Can you please reach that and put it in? Yes, thank you. Alright, put the next one in. Because that's just as important. Alright, now it's in. I always forget about ye. Read. Sluice open. Let's not have this flooding for no reason. Right, hour here. Is it still at the level where you can go and see the hole? Is it gonna go above the level? And I think this is a tidy angle to see. Well, it's gonna go down first, of course. Whether it's gonna go above the dam or whether the dam's gonna control it. And it looks like the dam's controlling it unless there's water spishing out. No. Happy days. Look, that was my plan. So my little pressure relief dam is working just fine. But let's not waste this water here. Let's put this to open. And you can see the sluice is highlighted there. That's where the water's going to be coming from. I want to do a quick test fill of our little reservoir here. Why does it look like the water's pissing every time? How many little impermeable floors were not put down on here? Every single one of them needs to be. Is it literally just this one? Maximum priority, and I'm pretty sure the rest of those impermeable floors were in. So why didn't we enjoy a little bit of flooding here until a beaver hammers that impermeable floor in from above? It'll have to be all the way from up here, won't it? We'll probably see the beaver all the way up the top, hammering it in, and then it'll stop bloody pissing out the bottom there. Maybe. Oh, I've got any logs for power, and I'm being daft. I'm being a dafty. There's no point having this bloody smelter running anyway. Not when the beaver could just be smelting away in here, there's not. Oh, bloody was messing about for too long, and I forgot to, and I didn't get the right angle, but what I can do, I can not mess about and lament over that dodgy angle there. And we can get a proper tidy little fill of this big old Badwater tank. Make sure it's all watertight, because, you know, we need it to test it. And I'd much rather spill good water all over my plantation than bad water, I'll tell you that for now. And I was just about to say our water level seems to have stagnated here, but I have a feeling when I turn the camera around, there's going to be water. Oh no, I was going to say there's going to be water pissing out the side here, but oh, the dam. The dam. The dam. I figured the water pressure was just going to be enough to just kick it all out anyway, and it just doesn't matter because it's only one block of damage there. But I was clearly wrong, so let's delete that. And I'm tempted to pop a floodgate on, you know. I would do a sluice, but you can't because it's the edge of the map. There, look, I can place it going that way, but that's no good. I need to place it going this way. So we'll go on floodgate for now. Beavers, get that in. It should be no problem for you. You should have it in any time whatsoever. Hold up. What? Oh, a drought. Very nice. But what? Was I not patient enough or something? What? No, was I not patient enough? Alright, look, I'm still going to replace it with a levy because I can do a bit more fine control on it, alright? Like setting it up to 0.95. But it is a shame because we really need that in like beavers. And maybe I need to close this sluice as well because, yeah, we are flooding quite a lot here and it's unnecessary. Just absolute wasteful. So let me just set this sluice to auto and it should close because the contamination is well below 100%. And that should, hopefully, allow all the water to piss out the side and maybe stop pissing out the top. That will be very nice. Ah, lovely. Happy days. And now that we've got that bit of floodgate in, we can do a little bit more testing here. Sluice, back to open. Oh no, it's just going to immediately start flooding again, isn't it? And will it flood the pipe? It actually looks like it's not flooding the pipe, which is quite nice. I don't quite understand how. But will at least get us to the level where we can see if this dam will work. I think this is a canny tidy angle, because then we can see the level inside the tank and if it spills over the pipe as well. But that level's not changing. Am I just being impatient again? What happens if I put this all the way up to 1? That's what I want to know. What happens? No. Oh, floods immediately. It looks like it was literally just about to flood there as well before. So 0.95 lets the water go all the way up to there. It's not bad. And we've got a tidy little bit of water reserve for this drought that's upcoming. Not that we can slurp it. We've got the wrong type of pumps in there. But in an emergency situation, we bloody could. And look at this. We've got 3 injured beavers. Rita, I've just upped the priority of the efficient mine because we've got no scrap metal at all. I need to keep that running, don't I, really? That's why we're having issues with placing metal blocks and things like that. They just didn't have the metal blocks to place. What we need to do now is get to building this a bit higher, and we currently can't reach it. So why don't we build this house, not this rooftop terrace, and then I believe builders will just walk across the top and access all of that there. Well, aye, we'll do that. And just to avoid any dodginess, I'm going to get maximum poverty for whenever the beavers get there. And I'd say that's a bloody bang-up episode, that. We got the big bad water tank in. Didn't mind that it's full of good water. We've got heaps of progress on any build that requires metal whatsoever. And we got this big bad lad in. Let's fade out to the sunset while we watch the beavers exercise away. And I'll be seeing you again tomorrow, peeps, for even more building progress on Cavey. I hope you're keen, because I bloody am. Bye!